right, we are getting into live Q&A. My throat is all scratchy because Colorado's getting cold again, and my asthma is acting up, and it's so annoying. So hopefully it'll be okay. I do have water. I'm not sick, so if you're worried if I'm clearing my throat, that's all that it is. I don't know why I feel like I have to preface that. Gotta love COVID-19. If you're new here, welcome, and thank you for spending your evening with me. My name is Renee Paulson. I'm a recovering food and sugar addict, but also a healthy living and nutrition coach. One of the biggest things that I helped find to help combat cravings and really help me on the road to recovery of food and sugar addiction and lose over 100 pounds was to curb those cravings. I really started out with a 10-day sugar detox. And then from there, tried to figure out how to heal my relationship with food by still having foods that I enjoy, like treats, and still allowing that, but not going into binge eating. Now that I have recovered from food and sugar addiction and did learn moderation and use those lessons, now I help other women do the exact same thing. I do one-on-one clients, I do group sessions. I love helping women lose weight, feel amazing, and step into the incredible warrior woman that they were born to be. So if you're new here, like I said, thank you, welcome. If you're not and you're returning, girl, welcome. You know that we are doing Tuesday nights. So normally on Tuesday evenings, every Tuesday evening, I do a live on Facebook. Usually I do a theme like how to do this, like how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, how to maintain weight loss in the long term. But instead, tonight I wanted to do a kind of a live Q&A forum, which I do every I haven't done one in a really long time, actually, where you submit your questions. If you're on live, you can hop on live, you can put in your questions. And even if you watch this as a replay, I do come back to the videos always and monitor the comments. So you can always just come back and put them in if I don't address it. But I did have a few questions that were already put in. So I want to cover those right out the gate. Number one is why should I do a sugar detox? I don't feel like I eat a lot of sugar. Now, I hear this a lot from people, and I always run everybody through my 10-day sugar detox, which is Sugar Warrior 10. I will put a link in the comments. It's literally, you get a lifetime access, online videos, daily motivation, all sorts of really good, crazy stuff. But I always run everybody through that because number one, it helps cut out most processed foods. It helps you kind of drop your initial weight. A lot of it is water weight, but especially when you're dropping those processed foods, it is going to be, fat pounds lost too. And also helps kick those cravings like right out of the gate so that you're just kind of starting out on a great foot. You complete the 10 days and you feel incredible. Now, I want to stress this majorly, because the biggest reason that I love telling people and recommending doing this 10-day sugar detox, can you do it on your own? Yes, you can. I will tell you though, most people fail even when they try and do it on your own because you are missing key elements. That's why doing Sugar Warrior 10 is so successful, because you get those key elements, the daily motivation, you get the accountability, you get the group set, all of those things with it. If you want to do it on your own, do it on your own. I absolutely love it because not only does it curb those cravings, but when I tell people you're going to feel incredible, girl, you have no idea how crazy incredible you're going to feel from day 1 to day 10. And you're going to look amazing. Your skin is going to glow. Things change. I don't even want you to take my word for it, but that's why I always recommend everybody doing a sugar detox. Even if you don't think that you eat a lot of sugar, maybe you drink wine or alcohol, or you like the carbs. Carbs are a big one because that breaks down into sugar, especially, those simple carbs, not complex carbs. They break down to sugars, but it's a longer sustained. But, your things like your white potatoes, all of those things can count. And those are also things that you learn through going through Sugar Warrior 10. Like I said, it doesn't have to be that program. I just created it because, number one, I believe in a 10-day sugar detox and helping people curb cravings and feel freaking incredible. When you feel that incredible on day 10, you just want to keep it going. So it's much easier to try and go on a health journey after you complete that, because your cravings are pretty much gone and you feel amazing, so you just want to keep going. It's a really great kind of like 10-day Kickstarter to help motivate you and get you moving. in the right direction. If you don't choose to do it, that's, of course, it's always a personal choice, but anytime anybody wants to work one-on-one with me, I always run them through that just because it's a lot easier. Plus, then you also get to see how I coach and decide if you like me, if I like you, if we want to keep it going, a relationship. But definitely recommend Sugar Warrior 10. And, not to sound too salesy, but for real, you get lifetime access. You can do that 10-day sugar detox as many times as you want for forever. And it costs less than it takes to feed a family of 4 at McDonald's. So it's kind of like a no-brainer. Like, why not? If you're a skeptic and you're like, I don't really know if I'm going to feel any different at the end. Trust me, totally different. I've never had anybody go through that or do a 10-day sugar detox with me and not feel amazing on day 10. Period, end of story, and not lose weight. So that's how confident I am in that, and why everybody should do it, especially nowadays with the kind of the food that we have going around. I always recommend doing it after the holidays because the holidays are filled with food and all that stuff that we're, filled with sugar and all the good stuff and the carbs and things like Christmas times and stuff like that. But I usually run one a couple times a year for myself. I think I'm going to run one soon, actually, a live version soon, just because I think I want to do another sugar detox after St. Patrick's Day. Just kind of like reset, make sure I'm resetting, make sure I'm not getting out of control and crazy, and just as a good reset and to feel amazing at the end of it, honestly. Okay, now the next one I got was, how long did it take you to lose 100 pounds? And that's kind of a tricky question because it did take a couple years, but that's because in the beginning part of my weight loss journey, I tried to figure out everything on my own, and I didn't really invest in taking the time to, number one, learn the tools or have a coach show me. Unfortunately, I was stubborn and I kind of tried to do everything the hard way and then do a coach in at the end. So end results would be expedited. So it probably took me, I would say, for 100 pounds, I would say it probably took me a good 2-ish years. And then just like with everybody else, I'm not going to lie, with COVID, I went up a couple pounds with my daughter baking and all of that good stuff that everybody else was doing, just like everybody. So I was trying to curb her baking. She's like stress baking. I'm like, I'm trying not to stress eat. But over that journey, though, I would say healing my food and sugar addiction would take much longer. And even now, that's still a process of recovery. It's still making sure that every day I'm cognizant of what, the choices that I'm making, that I'm not getting out of control with my thoughts with food, or which is really easy to do because I'm a very big foodie, and a foodie in the sense of like, I just love and enjoy good food. So, having to heal that relationship with food and still keep it in check, it's very much still like other addictions, except food, you need food to live. It's not like you need alcohol or heroin to live or things like that, but you need food to live. And it's okay to enjoy good food. It's not like if you're recovering from food and sugar addiction, you should just eat salad and like healthy food all the time. Yes, I'm a huge advocate for eating healthy food, but I'm also a huge advocate for moderation. So the weight loss part is the easy part. And that's the really thing I think I want to stress also, is that that weight loss, and not everybody struggles with food and sugar addiction as I did. Maybe you're just struggling, you're just needing to lose weight. But if you've ever found yourself where you've lost weight and then you gain it back, and then you lose weight and then you gain it back, and you lose weight and you gain it back, that can tend to lead more towards food and sugar addiction, because you have that end result and then you kind of go back into this cycle. But some people just want to lose weight, and what I always tell people is that it didn't go on overnight, and it's not going to come off overnight, and you don't want to do it in an unhealthy way. So about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds max a week would be kind of where you want to sit at. So it's not going to be like, I need to lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days. How can I do that? I ain't the coach to be telling you how to do that, because I'm not willing to wreck your hormones and your health over advising you on if that's even possible, because that's an unhealthy way to also look at your relationship with food. We're all about healing here. Heal. Have you ever noticed that heal is in the word healthy? Like yeah. I'm not going to spell it out for you because it's been a long night. I also got another random, so I'm going to open this because not open this, but ask this because I said that you could ask me any question. And it's, do you have loose skin? I guess that's because I lost 100 pounds. Like, do I have loose skin? Like you see those people on TV. And I have like loose skin on my stomach because I had, 2 babies and both my kids were giant children. My daughter was 9.5 pounds and 22.5 inches long. And my son was, just about 22 inches, or he was 22 inches and almost 9 pounds. So I had giant children, but I don't have like a lot of loose skin. Like, I think too, because when I went on that health journey, again, it wasn't to lose weight quickly or anything like that. That's when you see like a lot of loose skin from gastric bypass, is because your skin didn't have a chance to catch up because you didn't lose that weight gradually and in a healthy way. The concerning part nowadays is that they're recommending gastric bypass for people like a willy-nilly if you're just like overweight and they're still prescribing diet pills. I don't understand this. For women, if you're considering gastric bypass, of course, always do you and what you want to do and talk to your doctor, but you still need to, if you're really considering gastric bypass, then part of that would be needing to do some type of therapy to heal from food and sugar addiction recovery, because gastric bypass doesn't fix everything. You can pop things back open, because if you don't heal that part of it, it's not going to be the end all be all fix all like magical curtain that you think that you want. That was a random side note, but I don't have that much loose skin. I don't know how I got down a rabbit hole about gastric bypass. It is an ADHD night. And the last question that I got here was, if you had to drink, if you chose to drink one, because I'm sure this person obviously knows how I feel about soda. Let me preface this. This is how I feel about soda. And then I'm going to bring out a perfect point. I used to be a huge soda addict. This was my drink of choice. Every single day I would drink a 2-liter of regular Coca-Cola every day. This was a huge habit for me to give up. Probably as bad as giving up cigarettes, I would say. Very difficult habit. Now I haven't had it in years because I banned myself. I made certain rules for myself when I started my food and sugar addiction recovery that I would not break until I reached a certain point. And now I've reached a certain point with soda that I could have this in my house. I don't want any part of this. And the last time I had a sip, I was like, so that's how I feel about soda. I gave it up. I don't drink it. I don't recommend anybody drinking soda, because literally people think it's this whole hopefully that's not backwards. If it is, don't worry, I got you. It's not sugar. It's really high fructose corn syrup. This isn't even actually high fructose corn syrup. You can't get high fructose corn syrup at the store, because it says 0 high fructose corn syrup. It's just corn syrup. Do you know, in a 20-ounce Mountain Dew, this is totally side note, down a rabbit hole for ADHD, but this is just me personally. 20-ounce Mountain Dew has 8 ounces of high fructose corn syrup in it. So that's how I feel about soda. So this person obviously knows how I feel, and they said, if you had to drink one, which would be better to drink, regular soda or diet soda? And both are awful. Let me just preface with that both are bad for you and your health. But if you had to drink one, I would probably choose to drink the regular soda over diet soda. And it's my personal opinion. I think that aspartame and sucralose sometime in our lifetime will be banned, because I think that they have properties that can cause carcinogenics, things like that. I don't, and they alter hormones. They can also have been linked to infertility. It's just not a good combo. I don't feel that it's a good combo for diet soda. If you had to drink one or the other, I would definitely say soda would probably be my choice if I had to do one or the other. So that was all the questions that I got submitted, and I hope that you had got some information or enjoyed live Q&A. Let me know in the comments if you did enjoy it, if you want to keep doing some type of live Q&A forum. If you have any questions that you were like, wait a second, I wanted to jump on, but I wasn't able to. Like I said, you can leave them in the comments, and I'm going to come back and monitor these, and I'll answer anything. I appreciate you being here, and thank you so much. I hope that you have an amazing Tuesday night. I am exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm going to go to bed early. Let's hope that my children will leave me alone and everybody will go to bed early and I can go to bed early and you could go to bed early. I hope that you have an amazing night. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.